Hello, I'm Quinn Keon.
And I'm Rich Smith, and this is
Real Hunting.
All right, guys, this is it. I can't even stress to you how hard I've had to work to get to this point this year to where I can hunt. But it's opening day, opening evening, and I'm going out for the first time for me. I've been hunting. We hunted last weekend. I hunted with both my boys last weekend. That turned out really cool. My youngest son, Gavin, got his first deer, and nothing better than that. But I got to have some Quinn time, and that's what I'm after here tonight. It's been blowing like crazy. That's why I didn't go out this morning. Everything was blowing sideways, and it's calming down this evening. So after blowing for 2 days, I think that we're going to catch some movement. Decided to hunt on my land tonight instead of going somewhere else, and I have not got a buck yet on trail camera this year, but I'm pretty confident I'm at least going to see some deer. And it's Saturday, it's opening day. Who knows what might have got pushed around. So we're gonna get the new camera wired up and get out in the tree stand and get fastened to a tree and see what happens. All right, it's the morning of November 7th, and my plan is to sit on my back property line today. I've got a fence row back there that I can't ever really get to without bumping deer off my land. And I talked to my neighbor, and he said it was okay for me to walk over onto his property, and he's got a mowed 2-track that goes, right down the fence row. So I'm hoping that I can sneak into that stand without bumping anything too bad this morning. I know that bucks have come by that stand. I know the good 8-point that I saw on the 4th came right under that stand. I heard him over there in the tall grass before he got to me, and I know that a buck yesterday morning went right by that stand too. Now that grass is a little bit shorter, so I'll be able to see the deer if they walk through it. Anyway, I'm getting out 30 minutes earlier today. Planning to be on stand by 5:30 this morning. 5:30 because of the time change would have been 6:30 before, and I've been getting out at 6:45 to 7 o'clock by the time I actually get in the stand. So get out 30 minutes earlier and listen and learn. The early morning hours in the dark are the best time for you to hear deer being vocal. They will be a lot more vocal in the early morning than any other time that I have found. So if you want to hear where the bucks are, you can hear them in the morning. So anyway, we had a warm spell. It was 60 degrees yesterday. It's going to be 61 today. It's 45 right now. So we went from high 20s to mid 40s. Not sure how that's going to affect things. I guess if the cycle's already started, it won't. But as always, we'll see what happens. Well, I had planned on sitting out all day today, if the weather permitted. But the wind forecast was wrong today. I really needed something from the south, southwest, southeast, whatever, as long as it was south. And it was supposed to be southwest, but it never has been southwest here. It's been straight west, and then it actually changed to northwest. And when it changed to northwest, I got out of there because that bigger buck is bedded down with a doe, and my wind was blowing right at him. So I just got out of there, went and sat in my ground blind by my food plot for a little while, and nothing there. So it's noon. Actually, it's 12:15, and it's getting pretty warm. I got to get that deer taken care of, so we better go recover him and get him field dressed and get some ice in him so we can get him cooled down. So that's what we're going to do the rest of the day. We're going to get that buck, and if I have time this evening, I'll get back out there. All right, guys. Some of my favorite medicine here. A gold tip XT hunter with a Muzzy Phantom that we pulled out of the ground a little while ago. Got some good blood on the arrow. I don't know, I'm either back of the lungs or liver. Had a good hit on him. Had to take a quick shot. As you saw, he wouldn't stop, and he was right there right then. And we watched him drop. So we're over on the neighbor's property. I would like to thank Jeff for letting me come over on his land to recover this deer. And we're gonna walk out here by the pond. I don't want to actually track this deer because where he ran out of my land comes awfully close to where I think that 8-point's laying right now. He kept that doe out here in this grassy area and did not want her to leave. So he kept her right up by the property line, and I think they're bedded out there right now, so I don't want to actually track the blood trail because it's going to go too close to them. So where I saw him go down is out here just about 100 yards from where we're at. We're going to go look around out there, see if we can find some blood and see if we can find a deer. So let's go. You know, one thing that's really fun for me is that I've got my favorite video camera girl behind the camera right now, my wife Brandy. I don't ever get to share deer hunting stuff with her because she's working if I'm not working, I'm working if she's not working, and it just doesn't ever work out. And gotten to spend a lot of time in the field with my kids, but not so much with my wife. So she's a little reluctant to be on camera today, even though I think she looks way better on camera than I do. Anyway, she's helping me out, and I'm glad that she gets to help me find this deer. I want to make sure we got it recording while we find it. The real thing. Pretty sure he went down over here. Got it. He's not over there. He's right here. Right in the 2 track. I get to film my 4 on a side tag today. You know how much fun that is? I get to film my 4 on a side tag. He's not a huge buck, but let's go look at him. Whoa, he's pretty stiff. He's been here a while. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and a mess back here. Can you come in and zoom in on that? Show them what we got. He's been down for a few hours now, so he's pretty stiff. But quite a mess back there. That's a very strange rack. You can see why I thought he might just be a giant spike. But then I was thinking maybe he had something else. So, well, he's definitely not the biggest one I've seen this year. But I'm going to say that he is 2.5 years old. He's not a great 2.5. There's certainly some better ones running around right now, but what you gonna do? We're coming into crunch time. I got a few days left to fill my archery tags, and he was right there. So we put a shot on him. A lot of fun. You know, the thing is, I was standing like this, watching this back corner, because this corner back here right now, I know there's a nice 8-point like this back there. Okay. He kept pushing this doe around, would not let her leave this field. And so I just kept watching and watching and watching, and across the fence row I'd get glimpses of him. Well, then all of a sudden I hear something on my right. Ch-ch-ch. I look, here's a buck walking right down my 2 track. So I'm like this in my ladder stand. I gotta get turned. I get my feet turned a little. I'm trying to draw my bow all like this. It didn't work out very well. I'm like drawing, I'm like, oh my gosh, and I gotta like do this with my whole body. Get on him. He doesn't stop walking. Whap! Just let it go. And looks like we got a lung shot on him. So nothing wrong with that, nothing wrong at all. We got ourselves a nice Michigan buck here on a beautiful morning. All right guys, another beautiful day in Michigan. You know, he's not the biggest buck that I've seen over the past few days, but sometimes the opportunity comes and you just got to take the shot. Just because I see a bigger one doesn't mean I'm going to connect. Now everything about this deer says that he's 2.5 years old to me, except this the antler growth here isn't quite enough, but he's definitely bigger than the 1.5-year-old bucks that I've been seeing around too. So that's okay. I get to fill my 4 on a side tag, so now if one of those great big 6-points that I've been seeing comes by me, I don't have to worry about that restriction. I'm having a lot of fun this year. I've seen a lot of bucks, I've seen a lot of deer, and that's the most important part. You know, I can hunt really hard for a 2.5-year-old buck or for a bigger rack better than this one, but at the same time, I'm out here deer hunting, and this is a deer, and I'm really happy that I got to shoot one with my bow. Same thing with the doe that I got back on October 2nd, which was what, 35 days ago? Holy cow, I've been hunting for 37 days this year and I finally shot a buck. Putting a lot of effort into trying to shoot older deer, and it is not easy. So what it boils down to is that while I'm going to continue to try to shoot older deer, I gotta focus on the fun of deer hunting, and that's what I'm having right now. It's a lot of fun. So I got to shoot the 2nd deer ever off my own property, heck yeah, and getting to see really how that property works and how they move through it. And my 3rd year hunting that land hard, and I think I have it figured out for next year. So can't wait till the 1st week in November next year, and today's November 7th, my last day off work, and we finally get to tag one. So we got to tag this bad boy. We got to get him field dressed. It's going to be 60 degrees out today, and it's getting pretty warm right now. So time to do the work. Enjoying it. All right, we'll see you later.